Good morning, children. Today we are going to continue the biology chapter 8, cell structure and its functions. So, in this chapter, we saw first the introduction for a cell coined by Robert Hooke and the structure of the cell and the various organelles present inside the cell, whether it is an plant cell or the animal cell, the organelles, functions, until that we discussed. So today we are going to see about the animal cell. Animal cell is small in size compared to your plant cell, and it does not have a definite shape. It can change to any different shapes. So it has an irregular shape, most probably in the form of a circular shape. Okay, so this is how an animal cell looks. So if you see here, you have most of the organelles similar to that of the plant cell, right? You have the cell membrane, lysosome, mitochondria, nucleus, cytoplasm, and the vacuole. So, as we saw already, the functions of these cell organelles in the plant cell, it would be easy for you to understand now. The first difference between the plant cell and animal cell is the animal cell does not have the cell wall. Okay, so there is no cell wall for the animal cell. Only cell membrane is present and it gives the protection and support and structure to the cell. It is responsible for the transportation of the materials in and out of the cell. Okay, so in an animal cell there is no cell wall, only cell membrane is present. Lysosomes, mitochondria, vacuole, everything we have seen already in plant cell also, right? So how was the vacuole in the plant cell? It was single in number. Yes, and it was a huge one. A large vacuole was seen inside the plant cell. Whereas in animal cell, the vacuoles are many in number and they are small in size. This is another difference. The vacuole is many in number and they are small in size. Okay. So cytoplasm is nothing but the remaining space occupied inside the cell except the nucleus. Okay. So the cytoplasm is present in both the plant cell and animal cell. Next, nucleus. Where did we find the nucleus in case of a plant cell? The nucleus was located in the one corner towards the periphery. Periphery means towards the side of the cell, towards the outer lining of the cell. In one corner we have drawn the nucleus in case of a plant cell. But in case of an animal cell, the nucleus will be located at the center. Okay, the nucleus will be large and it is located in the center of the cell. Okay, so inside the nucleus what do we have? We have the nucleolus and the chromosomes. So the nucleolus and chromosomes are present inside the nucleus and they are protected by the nuclear membrane. Okay. So the chromosomes is nothing but the DNA, transferring of hereditary characters from the parent to the young ones. That is possible by the nucleus protecting the chromosomes inside it. So chromosomes is nothing but is made up of chromatin. Chromatin is nothing but your DNA So these are all referring to one single content, that is your hereditary information. So did you all find the abbreviation for DNA? So if you have not found, go find it at least today. I will not tell the abbreviation. You have to find it. I will ask you during the interactive session. Okay? So the chromosomes will be made up of chromatin. So these chromosomes are looking like thread-like structures, right? The thread-like structures are actually made up of chromatin. The chromatin carries the DNA with it. Okay, so the chromosomes are made up of chromatin. The chromatin carries the DNA characters with it. The chromosomes look like the thread-like structures inside the nucleus. The next one is, there are one organelle present around the nucleus and in other parts of the cell. That is the Golgi bodies, Golgi apparatus. We usually tell it as Golgi bodies. The presence of Golgi bodies around the nucleus and inside the cell is to pack the proteins prepared. So, the cells will obtain the nutrients and essential all these proteins, minerals, vitamins, everything from the food we eat, and they will produce the energy. The mitochondria is the powerhouse, so it synthesizes the energy for us to do the work, right, from the food we eat. So the proteins which are all obtained from the food will be packed by the Golgi bodies. Okay, over. The next part organelle is ribosomes. The ribosomes are responsible for the synthesis of proteins. They synthesize the proteins inside the cell. The proteins synthesized by the ribosomes are packed by the Golgi bodies. Okay? So what is the next leftover one? Centrosome. So this organelle is present only in the animal cell, whereas in the plant cells we did not come across the word centrosome. Centrosome is responsible for carrying the chromosomes to the new cell during cell division. So you will learn in detail in your higher classes about the cell division. The cell divides into two daughter cells, two or more daughter cells. Okay, so during that kind of a cell division, the centrosome has the responsibility to carry the chromosomes with it. So it is responsible for transferring the DNA characteristics to the newly formed daughter cells. So the parent cell, like how the parents are having DNA, the similar way their young ones also will have the DNA from their body. Yes, so the same thing applies here. The parent cell, when it is undergoing cell division, it forms new two daughter cells. So the chromosomes from the parent cell has to be transferred to its daughter cells also. Yes or no? So who is doing that work? That work is done by the centrosome. The centrosome in the animal cell is responsible for transferring the chromosomes to the daughter cells during cell division. Okay? Then, so what are the other organelles which were present in the plant cell is not seen in the animal cell? Do you find the chloroplast here? The chloroplasts are absent in animal cell, whereas the plants will have the chloroplast, which is helpful for them for the synthesis of their food during the process of photosynthesis, whereas animals will not have the chloroplast. So cell wall is not there in the animal cell. Chloroplast is not there in the animal cell. Then vacuoles are small in size and many in number compared to your plant cell. Then you have the other new organelles like ribosomes and centrosomes in the animal cell. These are all the differences between plant cell and animal cell. So practice this diagram once in your homework note as today's homework, children. I have sent you a reference video of how to draw an animal cell. It would be easy for you to guide. So with this your chapter gets over. We can see the fair notes in the next class. If you have any doubt, contact me, children. Thank you.